Steve built a small house near the castle, but this enraged the Penguin King. The king immediately launched a small penguin at Steve, and the little penguin smashed a brick in the house. The Penguin King wore a proud look on his face, yet he had no idea how terrible the consequences of Steve's anger would be. That night, a knock on the door woke the Penguin King. He suspected it was Steve, but when he went out to check, he found the small house quiet, so he went back to sleep. However, the next day, Steve's house was almost as tall as the castle. When he saw Steve coming out of the forest, the Penguin King thought Steve was gathering resources there, so he ordered his army to destroy the forest. The flames spread quickly, turning the forest into ruins. The Penguin King believed his plan had succeeded and that Steve could no longer continue building the house. But that night, he heard the knock on the door again. Day after day, the knocks never stopped, and the Penguin King grew weaker both physically and mentally. In despair, the king started a war to stop Steve. He destroyed all nearby buildings, yet the daily knocks still didn't disappear, and Steve's house grew taller every day. The Penguin King destroyed everything around him until the land turned into a wasteland. The exhausted king looked at the magnificent palace across from him and decided to go inside to take a look. When he opened the door, there was no one there, only two strange tools. He looked up and finally realized Steve's plan. His own body had been hollowed out by Steve. It turned out that Steve had used the tools to shrink his body, snuck into the Penguin King's body while the king was sleeping, and dug out materials from the inside. Later, he used the tools again to enlarge the materials. The layout of this palace was actually a replica of the inside of the Penguin King's body. The Penguin King regretted having enraged Steve, but it was too late. Steve cut the king down with a sword. The next day, Steve built another small house. Small penguins played happily in the castle, but the next second, one of the little penguins broke his flower pot again.